All right, let's get you going right away, diving into LinkedIn. And here's where we need to start. First things first, before I forget, when you're editing your profile in the modules to come, very, very important to make sure that this button is checked to no. You can see where it says notify your network. You want to make sure that that button is toggled to no. Otherwise, every single little tweak and change you make gets blasted out to everyone on LinkedIn, and we don't need that. So just make sure before we go any further to check that button to no. So I also need to talk about whether or not you need a premium LinkedIn profile. And I want to walk you through the different options you can get and utilize if you want to have a paid or premium profile. So if you start up here in the top right corner, usually if you only have a free LinkedIn account, you'll see a text here that says try premium for free. So that's the simplest and easiest way to get into this area. So if, again, you just click try premium for free and it's going to pull up a page giving you different options of what type of premium level account you want to buy. Another way to get there, if you don't see that try premium for free button, is just go up where your smiling face is in the top right corner, and you can see as I drop down here, it'll have your name and then account type, right? It might say basic or free or whatever it is. Then you can click try premium, and again, it'll get you to that page, and then we'll walk through the different options with these premium level accounts. If you really want to be effective on LinkedIn and generate a lot of leads and a lot of business, yes, you want a premium account. Now, which one to get, right? Because you can see here, there's several different plans. There's two that I really recommend, and I'll explain why I recommend those. The first one I'll recommend is this one right here, the blue colored one. And this may be different depending on what country you're in, depending on, LinkedIn changes these options all the time. But let me show you the two that I recommend as of right now. Here in the United States, at least, these are options available. You want to get either Business Plus or Sales Navigator. Now, I chose Business Plus, and you can see the benefit of this is really in here, the unlimited profile search. So much of prospecting on LinkedIn, so much of understanding how to really generate leads is going to come through viewing people's profiles, sending them invitations, messaging them, all kinds of things like that. It's also going to come through who's viewing your profile, warm inbound leads. Those are two things that you really need. And a third core element is the advanced search. You really want to be able to hyper target and laser focus on key people that you want to connect to on LinkedIn. So those three elements are critical. They're part of the premium. As of right now, as of the time I'm recording this, it's $48 a month. Well worth it when you think about what one client will cost you. You get 1 month free. Now you can also purchase this purple plan, Sales Navigator. You can see that. Honestly, I think it's overkill. I don't think you need it. Some people love Sales Navigator. It's more expensive. It's $65 a month US. I really think you can get away with the Business Plus right here for $48. It's ideal. It gives you these three core elements, the intelligence on who is looking at your profile, the ability to find out everything you need to know about your core prospects, and then also all the advanced bells and whistles on the search features that you really, really need. So make sure that you get the Business Plus or the Sales Navigator level account. Those are really the two that I would recommend. And yes, you want a premium account. It's worth the money. Trust me, as you go through the training modules, you will definitely see how I use these, how I take advantage of these premium accounts, and you're going to want to do it. It's going to pay for itself in no time. Trust me. Okay, so before I finish this module, I want to walk through a very important element with your profile before you get going anywhere is with the settings, with the privacy settings and controls. So again, just go up under where your photo is here in the top right corner. You can scroll down. You can see where it says privacy and settings. Just click manage. And what that's going to do is take you here. And this is where you can kind of control everything about your LinkedIn profile, what people can see publicly, can people see your connections, can people see your email, all that kind of stuff. So let me walk you through this very, very quickly, right? So again, you can scroll down, you can see the basics here on my account. You can put the email that you want, your phone number, all that stuff, your password, language, all those things, where you're signed in. You can change if you don't want videos auto playing in your LinkedIn newsfeed. You can change that here. You can change if you don't want people looking at your profile photos, all that kind of stuff. This is where you can get your data archived. Also, you can change and add third-party apps, Twitter, all that kind of stuff. This is where you can change your subscription, close your account. Okay, that's all across the top of the account. Privacy. This is big, right? So with your public profile, you want everyone to see everything about your profile. Okay, you want everyone to be able to see everything you do, everywhere you go. So you want your public profile, and you can see here on the right-hand side where it'll say customize your public profile. Make it visible to everyone, and make sure that everything is checked, right? Photo, headline, everything. Because again, you want to be found. You're not on LinkedIn to hide, right? Like, we want everybody to be able to find you, know about you, see you. So again, that's a critical element, making sure that people can see your public profile. Now, this is a big one. Who can see your connections? This is something that if you're in a hyper-competitive industry and you're worried about connecting to competitors, things like that. Oh no, I don't want people to know who I'm connected to. Competitors are going to try to steal my contacts. Okay, that's totally fine. You can change that, and you can say, hey, you know what? Nobody can see my connections. Only me, right? Nobody gets to see them. Or you can say, hey, if somebody's connected to me on the first level, I don't care. They can look at my other connections too. So totally up to you. That's personal preference. I leave it open. I'm not afraid of another competitor coming in and looking at people, and I have a whole diatribe about why that is, okay? You can also turn on and off some of these gamification things like how you rank, and viewers of this profile also viewed. Now that's a little thing that shows up when people are looking at your profile. There'll be a little box next to it. I like to turn that off because, again, I don't want them leaving my profile page. So I would suggest you turn that to no, unless you have like Oprah and Tony Robbins and Bill Gates looking at your profile to impress people with social proof. Just turn it off, right? Because I don't want them leaving, getting intrigued by saying, oh, so-and-so also looked at this profile. I'm going to go look at them. Okay. That's my thought. Again, sharing profile edits, that button should be checked no. Profile viewing options, you want to make sure that this is enabled full profile, right? So that means when I go and look at someone else's profile on LinkedIn, I want to make sure they see me. They see my smiling face. They see my title. You don't want to have it in private mode. So uncheck that and make sure it's your name and headline, because again, you want prospects to find you. You want them, when they see that you looked at their profile, to go, oh, who's this John guy? This looks interesting. He might be somebody I want to connect with and do business with. So again, that's really important with profile viewing. And then also you can notify people if your name is in the news, if you get mentioned on other blogs. Great. This is also where you can block people and unfollow and see who can or can't follow your updates, right? I like to say everyone on LinkedIn, because anything I'm publishing on LinkedIn, I want the whole world to see. I want to bring in warm leads, so I keep that to everyone. You can also then control advertising and things like that. I won't get into all of these things, right? Sharing data with third parties, totally up to you. Security measures, right? That's all there. And then this third bar, communications, you can also change how often you get emails from LinkedIn. So do you want to get it, every time somebody emails you, wants to connect, do you want to get a notification? Sure. Okay, here's how it goes. So I'm going to let you walk through these. This is all personal preference. Again, I like to have as many enabled as possible because, again, so much of what happens on LinkedIn is heat of the moment and timing. And if I get a little ding or an email or something here that says, hey, you know what? This person just liked my update. I'm going to go over, I'm going to like them, I'm going to connect with them, I'm going to send them a message, I'm going to say, hey, thanks for liking that. Are you going to sign up for the webinar? See, that's the power of these quick, instant notifications. So I would recommend keeping them on unless you're just getting barraged with too many, emails from LinkedIn. So again, I'll let you, go through these, decide what you want to do. One you might want to look at is group updates. Those can get pretty crazy if you're in just zillions of groups and getting emails every day, right? So you can change that to turn that off and say, you know what? I don't want to get an email every time somebody posts in one of these groups. You can do it individually with certain groups. So all of that is up to you personally. But this is great because LinkedIn has really given you a lot more options of controlling what comes in, what goes out, all that kind of stuff with communications. So again, this is all under the settings. I'm just walking through and highlighting some of the key ones. Participating in research, InMail, right? That means, can people send me InMail? Partner InMail means advertisers. I would check no. I don't want advertisers messing with me. So again, that's all in the settings, the privacy, account level, third parties, subscriptions, anything like that. Again, make sure you take a few minutes to go through and tweak this according to what you're comfortable with. And once you've done that, and once you've signed up for a premium level profile, again, the Sales Basic or Sales Navigator, then get on to the next video and let's get you rolling.